I don't know, Sophie.
Please, Oko, please, just once let me walk by myself. Mother knows I'm going to Tina's.
And she assumes I'm driving you.
But I want to walk like a normal person.
I walk home every day, Oko. It's really, really safe.
Please, Oko, just this one time.
Well, okay.
Kani mambo.
I'll be waiting for you here.
Now, all we have to do is find a market that's close to Fort Greene Park.
Man, you sure have some neat stuff in your room.
Thanks. Can I see your notebook?
Hey, a video game. ¿Lo puedes jugar?
You can play later. How about your writing?
Why have you got all these pins stuck on this map of the world?
They sure my pen pals are.
What are pen pals?
People I write to who write back to me. We send letters back and forth.
¿Tú les escribes a todos?
Yeah, I write to all of them. It means I get to have friends all over the world.
But how do you have time even to write to all these guys?
Girls.
Girls? That's worse. I wouldn't waste my time writing to even one girl.
You might change your mind in a few years.
No way. How do you keep them all straight anyway?
It's not so hard. They're all different.
I don't know. Like once I had this bug collection in Puerto Rico, right? And no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't keep them all straight.
Well, girls aren't bugs.
Then how come they're always bugging me?
Hector.
So, what's it like to have to share a room with a girl anyway?
Whoa. Come on now, Hector. Stop stalling. I'm supposed to help you with your writing, remember?
Sí, recuerdo.
So how am I going to help you if you don't show me your notebook?
I don't think you want to see my notebook.
Hector. There's nothing here. Well, the pages are blank.
So what we have to do is find a talkative Asian man who wears a patch over his left eye and has a beautiful smile.
Why would you rip out your writing?
'Cause it was all bad.
How do you know it was all bad?
'Cause I'm bad at writing. I mean, I know how to speak English, but sometimes I write like it sounds in Spanish, and I can't spell. I don't know where to put comma and stuff. I'm just bad, okay? Besides, I don't have anything to write about.
Got lots to write about. You've lived in Puerto Rico. Your mom works in a hardware store and makes her own furniture. What about your bug collection?
I don't want to write about bugs.
What about handball, then?
Handball's something you play, not write about.
Bueno. Mira, hazme un favor. Tell me the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you on the handball court.
¿Por qué?
Come on, just tell me.
The weirdest thing?
Uh-huh.
The absolutamente weirdest.
Yeah.
Me and Willie.
Willie?
He's the kid who lives down the hall from me. He's really into handball, just like me.
So what happened?
Well, it was a sort of cloudy day, see? I mean, it looked like it was gonna rain any minute, but we went to the court to play handball anyway. And we started playing when all of a sudden it started pouring down raining. Just pouring and pouring. But we didn't care, we just kept playing. And we got so soaking wet that our shirts got stuck to our chests, and our pants started falling all down, and our shoes got all squishy. And then Willie slipped, and I fell over him. And we both started laughing and laughing so hard, it was like we were goggling raindrops. And when I got home, my mom told to me, Hector, uh-oh, I thought, next time you go swimming, wear a bathing suit.
That's a great story, Hector. Why don't you write about it?
I can't write about it. I can only tell it.
So tell it in your notebook. Come on, give it a try. Don't worry about spelling or anything yet. Just write it in your notebook like you told it to me.
Okay, how do I start?
You decide.
How about once I played handball in the rain?
Great.
All those green markets and that one Asian man who wears a patch over his left eye.
Well, at least we're narrowing it down. Now we know which market it's not, so we're getting closer to which market it is. Don't worry, we'll find Malanga.
It's really nice here.
Yeah, I like it here too.
Ever since I came to New York, I've either been with Oko or my parents. At the hotel or at school or at some museum, my father thinks it's so educational.
Yeah, educational. I hear that a lot around my house too.
If I hear it one more time, I'll think I'll...
What? Scream?
Yes.
Like this? Hi. You know what I'd want right now?
No.
A hot dog. Relish and ketchup.
Hot dog now? My father wouldn't want me eating so close to dinner time.
Oh, come on, Saphira. Just one little hot dog. I'll race you. Cross Rider! Cross Rider!
Here. And don't laugh, okay?
But it's a funny story.
Don't laugh at my writing, I mean.
I know. Don't worry, I won't. Handball in the Rain by Hector Carrero. Once I played handball in the rain with my friend Willie. We got so soaked that our pants fell down and our shoes got all soggy, and we just laughed and laughed. My mom told me the next time I go swimming, I should wear a bathing suit. The end. It's a great story, Hector.
Really?
Yeah. And what about when you and Willie fell on top of each other? I like that part.
You did? Should I put it in?
Sure. It makes your story even funnier.
This is so great, Tina. No parents, no Oko. It's like I'm free. Now, if I could just find my brother and give him the carving.
Can I see it again?
Sure.
It's so beautiful.
I'd give that to him for the best luck in the whole world. And then I'd stay with him, live with him. That way I could feel free like this all the time.
I don't know if I'd actually want to live with my brother. He never cleans up after himself, and he's always bossing me around. But sometimes I think about how great it would be to have my own apartment, especially if it was like yours at the Steadmore. Where I live is so plain.
I think it's nice.
We're not rich like you.
We're not rich. It's just that my father has this important job with the government. So the government pays for us to stay at nice places.
What if we had a place like that? Just the two of us.
Near the ocean somewhere.
No, the country. I love trees and stuff.
How about a tropical rainforest?
A tropical rainforest near the ocean.
With everything we want right nearby.
Hot dogs, ice cream,
Coconuts, cashews,
everything!
Thanks a lot for helping me try to find my brother.
Sure. You know what's funny? How by just reading some of his letters, I feel like I sort of know him.
That's why I keep his letters with me all the time. It's like having him with me until I can see him again.
Oh no, it's late. Better get home.
I want to be there with you. I know you're somewhere having fun.
Good job. Now you got this great story down. We can fix some misspelled words and put in a couple full stops.
Man!
Come on now, Hector. I make mistakes like that myself, you know.
I told you I can't write.
But you just did right. And I could read it, too.
Then how come I have to spell the words right and put in stupid full stops and stuff?
Because if we all spelt words differently and made up our own punctuation, it'd be really hard for us to understand each other. And now you got this great story, you want people to understand it. Right?
Yeah?
So let's go for it. And you need one more full stop after the second last. Oh, and one more thing. Swimming has 2 M's.
Writing is hard.
Yeah, but it's fun too. Just think how great your story turned out.
Yeah, it is pretty good, isn't it?
You're late, Tina. You were supposed to set the table.
I'm sorry. It's just that Saphira and I got so busy studying.
Well, I'm glad you made friends with her. It can be hard being in a strange country. Help Linda finish up.
Yes, Ma. You smell like hot dogs.
This is a very dangerous city. How could you go off on your own like that?
I wasn't on my own. I was with Tina.
She's just a little girl, just like you.
I'm not little. I'm 12 years old.
You are a little girl who has no business going anywhere without an adult. And tonight I plan to take you to a lecture.
Oh, please, Father, not another lecture.
Saphira, how dare you talk to your father this way?
Deshklurbe. It's just that
I've heard enough. Now this is the way it's going to be. For the rest of our stay here, you are not to go anywhere unless you are accompanied by Oko, your mother, or myself. We are to know your whereabouts at all times. Você compreende?
Comprehend.
Today I've got some soil samples for you to look at under the microscope.
Hi. Hi. Are you okay?
Hold it. First I want everybody to take out a piece of paper so you can record what you see. Okay, let's get started.
I'm desperate.
Now I need a volunteer.
Can I go first, Miss Dozier?
Why, Mohammed, I was wondering when you were going to say that. Have you ever focused a microscope before? Here, why don't you try it this way? Tina, Saphira, no notes, please. I left my piano at home today. Oh, I see you were listening.
I made us copies of Malanga's letters. From this one, we know that he likes to buy coconuts from a green market near Fort Greene Park.
He buys them from a talkative Asian man who has a patch over his left eye and has a beautiful smile.
We haven't found that market yet. Here's a list of all the markets we've been to so far. We know it's not one of those.
Let's start the casebook and put the market down as our first clue.
I can't stay too long. Oko's waiting in the car for me.
That's even more reason to get organized.
Peace piece in a puzzle.
The big question is, where does Malanga live?
Okay. Where does Malanga Simongo live? Now I'll write down the clue about the green markets.
Any other clues?
Well, there's one more letter to check out.
Let's see it. Domingo. That means Sunday in Spanish.
In Portuguese, too.
Dear Saphira, I am working very hard these days. I deliver flowers for a florist. I wash dishes in an Italian restaurant, and I have begun to paint again. Still, I miss you. Sometimes in the late afternoon, I ride to a place called Brooklyn Heights. It overlooks the tall buildings across the East River.
I sit on one of the benches along a walkway and watch the sun set over the water. I imagine that I can see your eyes in the sun, for you have already looked out over the hills and seen that same sun high in the sky. Think of our old story, why the sun and moon live in the sky, and I will think of it too. Love, Malanga. Wow.
Cross Rider! Cross Rider!
I know that story. Why the sun and moon live in the sky. It's an African folktale.
Yes.
So that's why he drew those pictures in the margins. Wow, he's really good.
Can I see that? Florist, Italian restaurant. These are the major clues. He might still work at those places, and I'm sure his boss must know his address.
Right.
So all we have to do now is figure out which florist and which restaurant.
Green markets, florists, Italian restaurants. We've got 3 clues now.
Great! I wish I could go check out the green markets again, but Orko's right outside.
Don't worry, Alex and I will do that.
Sure.
Here's the list of the markets we already checked.
Thanks.
I'll go home and start calling florists.
I'll go with you. We'll look for Italian restaurants in the yellow pages. Call around.
Believe it. Someone in New York actually knows my brother.
Good work, guys.
When did Mr. Tung say Malanga would be coming to the market again?
He doesn't know.
We told him you were looking for Malanga. And we gave him Tina's phone number, too. 'Cause we didn't know yours.
So we just wait till he calls then, I guess.
But what if Malanga comes by and Mr. Tung isn't there?
Yeah. Then no one will tell Malanga you're looking for him.
Well, why don't you leave Malanga a note? One that'll catch his attention even if Mr. Tung's not around.
Yeah.
Make it colorful.
Yeah, we can ask Mr. Tung to put it near the coconuts where Malanga can't miss it.
I know. Why don't we draw pictures the way Malanga did? From why the sun and moon live in the sky.
Yeah, that'll really catch his attention.
I'll get some paper.
Jamal can draw the pictures for you, and you can write the message.
Wait a minute. I'm not an artist like Malanga.
No, you're an artist like yourself.
I'd love for you to draw for me.
Well, okay.
So, tell us a story.
Long ago, Sun and his wife Moon lived on Earth, but they lived very far away from their good friend Water. Sun and Moon often visited Water, But Water never came to visit them because Sun and Moon's house was too small for all of Water's relatives to fit. Sun and Moon were very sad about this, so they built a much larger, truly magnificent house. And then they begged Water to come visit. Water still worried that Sun and Moon's house wasn't big enough, but he came anyway, along with hundreds and hundreds of his relatives. Fish, water rats, water snakes, even whales. And Water kept getting higher and higher in the house. Soon Sun and Moon had to climb up to the roof to keep dry, but they still insisted that all of their new friends come in. When Water reached to the top of the roof, Sun and Moon went all the way up to the sky. And that's where they've lived ever since.
Wow, what a great story.
Well, Jamal's finishing the pictures. Let's get started on the message.
Right, a message that says you want to see him.
And make it sound really, really urgent, because it is. You must see him now.
And I have something very important to give to him. Dear Lanka, I'm in New York. I must see you right away. I have something important to give you. Love, Safi.
But how will he find you?
Well, he can't call my parents.
Put in a PS with my number. 555-6893.
Of course.
And put in something about the folktale so he knows it's you.
Okay.
P.S. Please call 555-6893, and I will tell you why the sun and moon live in the sky.
It sounds great.
Done.
Now let's put everything together.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's great. I'll take it to Mr. Tung right away.
Mother, Father, can I go to Tina's? With Oko, of course.
Not today. We're all going to a lecture at the UN.
But I don't want to go to a lecture.
Of course you want to go. You'll learn a lot.
How do you know what I want? You never even ask me.
Keep your voice down, please.
And you never even listen to me when I try to tell you what I want. I wish I were living with Malenga. He listens to me. He'd let me do whatever I wanted.
Saphira.
I've asked you never to utter that name in my presence.
But it's my brother's name, Father. Malenga is my brother, and I love him.
Love or not, he broke the rules of this family.
Your rules?
Yes, my rules.
I hate you.
Go to your room this instant.
No.
Saphira!
Come back here! Saphira! Don't you dare get on that elevator!
Tina? Tina?
Her ears are stuffed.
Tina?
Oh, sorry, Mom.
Why do you have to have that music so? Never mind. I'm taking Linda to the store to buy shoes.
All right,
Don't forget your chores here, okay?
I won't.
You can stuff your ears back up now.
Linda, come on.
Hello? Oh, hi, Mr. Smongo. No, Saphira isn't here. Yes, sir, I'm sure. No, I don't know where she might be. Something wrong? Run away?